Good evening. Yes, it is evening, and welcome to Absolute Beginners. I'm Lynn from the Learn English Network, and it's evening because this is Friday. So my TGIF, thank goodness it's Friday session, wasn't as TGIF as usual. Yesterday I was at the dentist and did not feel like running any session when I came back. So I apologise for having to move the session. Next week, it should be business as usual. So, today we're going to look at a few more words, a little bit more vocabulary, a little bit of punctuation, and a little bit of grammar. Okay, don't scream, grammar, that it's a necessity. So, we're going to look at people. And I think you'll agree there are lots of people around the world. Okay, now what do I mean by people? Well, when we look at people in general, we have words for them. Okay, let me just make sure my font is, oh yeah, that's fine. Okay, so people as a group, and within that group we have men, which is masculine, women, who are feminine. Okay. We have children, which is a group term for young people. Okay. We have girls, feminine, and we have boys, masculine. Ooh. Okay, and they all make up people. Okay, we also have babies. They're people too. Girls and boys again. We'll come more on. We'll talk a little bit more about babies later. You can have a baby girl. You can have a baby boy. Okay. So, men, women, children, girls, boys, babies. There are lots of terms, there are lots of words to describe people. Okay. I'm a person. Okay. I'm a woman. Now remember, woman, singular. Women, plural. I'm not a man. Man, singular. Can you remember the plural? Men, plural. Okay. I'm a woman. I'm a person. I am a human being. All people. Okay, so we're going to look mostly at people in the plural and being a person, men, women in the singular. Okay. Okay, so there are lots of people around the world. No one can argue with me there. You can also say there are a lot of people around the world. There are lots, there are a lot of. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, so talking about people. You are a person. I'd be very surprised if you were not a person. Let me know if you're not a person. I've never taught a non-person to speak English. It would be a challenge. I've tried with my dog, and I had a very vocal cat once, but you are a person, I think. And do you remember me? I'm a person too. I'm your teacher. Teachers are people too. We are people. So you and I, we are people. These words, I, you, we, they have a special name, pronouns. Don't worry about that too much. We'll look a lot more in depth at the grammar of these later. But we've already said things like, I am Lynn. Yeah? I am a teacher. Okay. So these other ones here, me, your, it's also pronouns. They get a little bit more complicated. We will look at them in the future. For now, we're going to look at you, I, we, and a couple of others, few more. But the important thing here is I am a person. I am your teacher. Remember am? That's the form of to be. Yeah? I am your teacher. Teachers, plural, are people. Okay? Plural and plural. They match. We, plural, are the form of to be. People, plural. These match. Okay? I am a person. I, singular. A person, singular. They match. And the form to be, that's the singular form. Okay? One person, many people. Okay, so person, singular. That's me. People, plural. I'm a person. You are a person. We are people. Hello, Muna. Hello, Hawa. Nice to see you. If you have any questions, mark them as a question and I will try to answer them at the end. Okay, we take this very slowly. So, who are you? Here we have some people. Who are they? Now, who is a question word and it belongs to people. Okay, so when we have the question who, we're talking about people. We are asking about people. So let's look at these people. This woman is saying, who are we? This man is asking, who is she? This woman's asking, who is he? And this guy's very confused. Who are they? All people. Who, 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 who. Singular. Now, she is about females. Remember? Men is masculine, women feminine. When we're talking about a man, then we say he. When we're talking about a woman, singular, then we say she. So who is, again, that form of the verb to be, singular, she. Who is, singular, he. Masculine, feminine. So he might be asking about this woman or this woman. And she might be asking about this man or this man. Now, she's asking about everybody, all four people. Who are we? He is asking about these people, three people. Who are they? So they is about the other people. And we is about everybody. So Hawa and Muna, we are on the internet. All of us are on the internet. Oscar, Aladdin, Traum, Hugo, and Dope, they are not on the internet now. They were on the internet with me. We were on the internet, but they aren't on the internet now. We are. We are on the internet. We are in this session. You are learning about people. Okay. So, I, you, he, and she. Singular. But. There's always a but. I'm a teacher. So you could say, who is Lynn? Oh, she's a teacher. Okay. Who's Lynn? She's a teacher. Who is Lynn? She is a teacher. Does it matter? Means the same thing. Remember when we were looking at the verb to be? You have the full written form, but when we're speaking, we often say the short form. Who's Lynn? She's a teacher. Okay. So, who are you? You are a student. So, if I was to say to Hawa, who are you? You could say, I'm Hawa. If I was to say to Mona, who are you? You could say, I am Mona. Okay? Who's Rima? He is a student on the Learn English Network. Who's Oscar? He's a student too. Who's Aladdin? Aladdin is a presenter on the Learn English Network. He's a student too. Okay. Very important. I am Lynn. I am Groot. Film reference, sorry. I. Always singular when you're talking about you. I am Lynn. You are not Lynn. Okay? Hawa, you are Hawa. Mona, you are Mona. You could say, I am Mona. I am Hawa. Okay? But I am Lynn. And it's always singular. So let's have a look at our people. Pamela. I am Pamela. I'm Simon. Nice to meet you, Pamela. I'm Sally. Hello, I'm Tom. Who are you? He's very confused, this guy. So sometimes in introductions, remember, we did some introductions before. Hello, good morning, good afternoon. You can introduce yourself. Hello, I'm Lynn. Who are you? There are other ways of introducing yourself, many ways. That's the easiest, okay? Say hello, introduce yourself, ask who the other person is if you don't know. And you can say, nice to meet you, and the person's name. It's nice to use people's names, okay? So, he, she, you. Okay, we had I. Now we've got he, she, you. When you're talking about other people. Yeah, that's it, Hawa. I am Hawa. Don't forget your full stop. I'm very fussy. And you can say, when you say it, I'm Hawa. I'm is short for I am. So we write I am, but we say I'm. Don't forget, you can go to the voice thread and you can record yourself. Go to lesson 1, I think. Go to the voice thread and say, hello, I'm Hawa. Hello, I'm Muna. I will listen and I will tell you if you have a problem. I think you'll be fine. Now, he is always singular, and remember, he is always about a man. She is always singular, and she is always about a woman. Okay, we call he and she, we call man, men, woman, women. Oop, right today. We call that gender. the gender. Okay? Sometimes it's called sex. Nothing to do with sex, just the sex of an animal, the gender of an animal. Okay? Boy, girl, man, woman is about gender. Okay? And sometimes sex. But it's not rude. Okay. So, let me move that over. He and she, always singular. I, always singular. You can be singular or plural. I sometimes say, for every rule, there's an exception. This is one. He, she, I, singular. You, singular or plural. So let's have a look at that. You are Simon and she is Sally. Okay, so you are Simon. She's talking about Simon here. And she is Sally. She's talking about Sally there. And Simon says, yes, I am Simon and she is Sally. Sally says, he is Tom. And Tom says, yes, I am Tom. You are Sally, Pamela and Simon. So you are Simon, one person, singular. You are Sally, Pamela and Simon, three people, plural. Still you are. You are. Okay, so you can be singular or plural. Now I, when you're writing, is always capitalized. Okay, this pronoun. I am. I am. Not at the beginning of the sentence. There's a comma and then capital I. Always write I. So my name is Lynn and I am a teacher with a capital I. In the middle of the sentence, a capital. Really important in tests. Okay, now, you, we, they. Now, we is always plural. The word we is always plural. The word they is always plural. Okay, but remember, the word you can be singular or plural. So, remember, we is everybody including me. I am, you are, we are on the internet. It includes me. Okay? They, other people. So, somebody here is saying, there's lots of people here, look at that. Could you remember all their names? I couldn't. So, do you know who they are? There's a question. Do you know who they are? It's the same as do you know their names? Do you know who they are? No, who are they? Oh dear, no one knows. And they're looking for the teacher. Are you the teacher? Are they the teachers? Are we all teachers? So, you could be plural or singular. How do we know? The. Are you the teacher? Singular. Teacher, single. Yeah? Then are they the teachers? Plural. Are we all teachers? Plural. So, if this question was, are you the teacher? Singular. One person is being asked. Are you the teachers? Plural. Remember, to get the plural, most nouns we add S. Same sort of question, but you need to listen carefully. Teachers, plural. So, are you the teacher? This guy is talking to this person. Are you the teachers? That would be everybody here. Are we all teachers? Yes, we are. So you can tell whether the you is singular or plural from this word. Is it singular or is it plural with an S? Okay? Any questions? Okay. How can you ask someone their name? Well, here are some easy ways. You ask the person, what is your name? What is your name? Or, what's your name? You know my name. What's your name? Howa, you've already answered. I'm Howa. I could then ask you, if I think I know your name, I could ask, are you Howa? And then you'd say, yes, I'm Howa. Okay? So are you and the person's name. You could ask me, are you Lynn? And I'd say, yes, I'm Lynn. If you asked me, are you April? I'd say, no, I'm not April. I'm Lynn. Okay? So you can, 3 different ways. There are other ways. What's your name? Are you and the name. Ask someone else about the person. Like here, who are they? Are they the teachers? Do you know who they are? So ask other people. Who is he? Who is she? What is his or her name? Yeah? What's his, her name? And do you know who he, she is? Ooh. See if I can get rid of that. Ooh. Oh, won't let me. Right. See if it goes. It's covering it up. Sorry about that. It should say, couldn't you tell me? Oh yeah. Do you know his, her name? Do you know who he or she is? Don't worry too much about this his, her, he, she. We will cover that in another session. Okay? But these are just ways of asking the person, what's your name? And asking someone else, who is he? Who is she? Who are they? That would be everyone apart from us. Who are they? Who are they? Who are they? I have no idea. Okay. So people have names. We all have names. Okay. You can find out someone's name by asking. Just ask. Be polite and ask. If you think you know the name, you say hello, and then are you Brian? So he's saying, are you Brian? And he replies, no, I'm Simon. What's your name? Okay. And he's heard the name Brian. He said, do you know Brian? He's like, no, who is he? And here's Brian. Hello, I'm Brian. It's nice to meet you all. You all, plural, everyone. Okay? So, are you Brian? Singular. What's your name? Is singular. If you want to ask a group what their names are, then you would say, what are your names? Hello, class. What are your names? Okay? I'm putting a little pause in case you have any questions. I know there's a slight delay between what I say and when you hear me. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Questions and answers. Okay, now here we had some questions and some statements. Okay, but let's look at questions and answers. Who am I is a question. And we know that because it's got the word who and a question mark. I'm Lynn. This is an answer. We know it's an answer. It's answering this question. It has a full stop. I'm a teacher. Full stop. Who is Lynn? Question mark. She is a teacher. Full stop. So all sentences end with a piece of punctuation. Okay? There are 3 pieces. 2 are question mark and the full stop. Okay? Who are you? Question. You are a student. Full stop. Is that you? Howard, is that you? Get off the internet, child. Go and get your mummy and daddy. So, who is Howard? Who is Muna? Okay. She is a student. He is a student. Okay. Howard and Muna are students. They are students. So, you are a student. You are students. Both of you. He is a student, singular. She is a student, singular. Together, Hawa and Muna are students. They are students. Yes, it's Hawa, you just wrote, I always forget that. This is something you won't forget if you practice it a lot. Okay, that's where going into sessions really helps. Every time you go into a session, every time you go onto the forum and there are new members, say hello to the new members and ask them, what's your name? Who are you? Okay, and then talk to them about the other members. They meet in the English speaking club. Kanganice and Martin, they run sessions. Okay, Aladdin, he runs sessions too. Practice, practice, practice until you don't forget. Okay, questions and statements. Okay, so we had questions and answers. Answers are statements. I am a teacher. You are a student. It's a fact. So questions are always questions. Statements are sometimes answers. Sometimes they're just statements. Remember our people? There's still lots of people here. Who are they? Oh, look, we are all teachers. Am I the teacher? Panic. They are the teachers. Yep. Are we all teachers? Looks like it. So there they are, all the teachers in the world. Now, questions always end with a question mark. That's a statement, full stop. What do statements end with? That's a question mark. Statements always end with a full stop. Okay. Again, think about it as you write. Think about it as you speak. Is this a question or a statement? Do I need a question mark or a full stop? In American English, the full stop is called a period. So if you've seen the word a period, end all sentences with a period, that is the American English for a full stop. Luckily, a question mark is a question mark is a question mark. So find the question mark on your keyboard. Find the full stop on your keyboard. Know where they are. Okay? We will look at this one later. Okay? That's the exclamation mark. Oh, sorry, exclamation mark. So we have the full stop. And that's British English. And it's called in period in North American English. Okay? And then question mark. These are punctuation marks. Okay? These ones go at the end of sentences. Okay? You have to decide which punctuation mark should I use. Okay, let's move on. Remember the verbs? We did verbs before. Well, here's a question. What am I doing? I am teaching English. So who am I? I'm Lynn. What am I doing? I'm teaching English. I'm teaching you English. Wow. What are you doing? You're learning English. Okay, I hope. Who are you? Your students. What are you doing? You're learning English. Okay, so it. Well, we were talking about people today. People use I, you, we, they, he, she. We don't use it for people. We use it for things. Can you remember what this is? Yes, it's an apple. Yeah? But do you remember the baby? The baby from the nouns session, plurals. It was baby, singular, babies, IES, plural. Sometimes you might hear someone ask about a baby. Is it a boy or a girl? It's a boy. Then what is his name? Okay. But normally with babies, he or she. As soon as you know, it's he or she. His name is Adam. You can't ask the baby, what's your name? No, doesn't work. Ga ga ga. There. Babies can't speak. So what is his name? You ask the parent, you ask the person with him, the teacher, what is his name? Is it a boy or a girl? The gender. Yeah. You can't say, is it a man or a woman? It's a baby. Come on. Is it a boy or a girl? It's a boy. What is his name? It's a girl. What is her name? Okay. So, thank you to Pixabay for the images. I always like to say that. All of these came from Pixabay, apart from the earlier images here. The new images today. All these images came from Pixabay. If you have taken screenshots, that's fine, but be careful. For example, this image is under copyright. Okay, it's not my copyright, it's paid for by the network, but don't use these images. And this image, that's free to use, but this image is under copyright. It's very complicated, sorry, but be careful using images. And I hope you enjoyed today's session. I can't see any questions. I can't see any question marks. So I will love you and leave you for this week. There'll be another Absolute Beginners session next week on Thursday at the usual time. But thank you for coming and watching and taking part. And next week, maybe request to speak, and I can ask you the questions live. Who are you? What's your name? And you can ask me. You're welcome, Hawa. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Have a nice weekend.